going to start a little bit earlier just in case there are any questions. The topic that I'm going to discuss today is marketing automation, and I'd just like to start with a show of hands on anybody who is using any kind of marketing automation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you tell me what you're using? Marketo, okay. HubSpot. Hootsuite. Okay. Not really a marketing automation system. But yeah, I get that. I was hoping that someone would turn up and say MailChimp, which is now billing itself as a marketing automation system. And it's not really. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about marketing automation. So, who are Emarkable? We're a company that started off in 2001, and our philosophy was websites don't work. The reason for that is because most companies at the time were building websites just that were brochure sites, sticking information up and hoping what happened. So as a consequence of that, we developed into the area of inbound marketing. And HubSpot users and people who are familiar with HubSpot apparently founded the term, originated the term inbound marketing, would be familiar with everything that inbound marketing is. And we as a company supplied that for many companies over many years. And we've recently added the concept of marketing automation with inbound marketing because we found inbound marketing as a tool in itself or as a process and methodology wasn't adequate to generate the leads. And the main reason was that it only did so much, and marketing automation does so much more. Any questions along the way, please feel free. So this is an email that I get every day that tells me the number of leads that have arrived to our site, the number of opportunities that we're tracking that are engaging with any of our social media platforms, our website, and the number of web visitors we're getting on any of our platforms. So this is us back in last September before we started using, or as we started using marketing automation. Since then, we've developed quite a lot of opportunities, leads, and web visitors as we're developing what we're doing. And the reason I wanted to show you these figures is because it works. And we know this because we've used it ourselves. So what is marketing automation? And this is the official definition. I may have got it from Wikipedia, but it's one of the definitions. Can people read that? Because some of the slides have a lot of words in it, and I'm not going to read them out as such. So from our point of view, what marketing automation does is it lets companies generate more leads, work through your qualified leads, and bring leads through the sales process by working in an automated way at a whole lot of different touch points. So if you're using Marketo, for example, or HubSpot, you'd be familiar with this. If you're not, you can read about it, or you can experience it by the physical toil that some of you are doing. And we were the same, by doing all the work all the time, trying to keep in contact with all these different people, and trying to do different things with different people. The marketing automation has cut back on the amount of time we spend, but also increased the level of, I suppose, efficiency that we have. So what's in your way from a sales point of view? And what generally happens with the marketing problem is generating sales. But it's not only top of the funnel sales or top of the funnel visitors, it's also generating and nurturing enough people so that you can move them through the sales process. And this is what marketing automation does quite well. Doing SEO, working on social media, working with having quality content on your website will always generate some interest, will generate awareness, will generate the right kind of visitors and generate leads. But what marketing automation does is it develops that little bit better, because by working its way through the funnel, and there's lots of people out there who say that it's not a linear funnel anymore, but that's a topic for another day. But it's to bring your leads through, to drive your sales, and then be able to measure everything. And what we mean by that is filling your sales funnel at the top, identifying those that are interested, and sales-ready leads. As business people, we get a whole lot of tire kickers. We get a whole lot of people who aren't ready to deal with us now. Yes, we need to nurture those. And what automation does is it allows you to nurture those as you're developing it in an efficient way. What tends to happen is that a lot of companies, particularly salespeople, only want to deal with the sales-ready leads. So therefore, all the people who are just researching or about to be ready aren't ready to talk to you now, and they're ignored by salespeople. So some of you would be familiar with this, and the reason that I want to show this, and I have two other slides, is that This is the information a lot of us are working on, which is Google Analytics. And this tells us it's great. We've lots of visitors coming to our site, but we don't know who they are. And the idea of marketing automation is you do find out who they are. If you're using MailChimp, you know that you've sent out X number of emails, you know who's opened them, but that's sort of where it stops. The kind of information that we're able to offer, and this is Joe, a customer of ours, who 9 months ago started to get involved in the process. And all the steps along the way, we know what dates, what he's looked at on each of our sites, which emails he's opened, how he's engaged with us on our different platforms. So we're way more informed as to the information that he's looking for, what his pain is, and how we can provide a solution. So this is the kind of information that we're finding invaluable. The other thing is what it does is it gives us a lead scoring system. So as we're developing our customers, we've set up a scoring system that if they do certain things, they get certain points. So these set up triggers for us and triggers for our salespeople that if they reach a certain level or if they do certain things along the path, we have to contact them about something in particular. And our sales conversion rate as a result of that is an awful lot higher. Now I'm talking about ourselves, but obviously we've implemented this with other customers and I'll gladly talk about those on a one-to-one basis. This is the kind of data we have afterwards. So as we're going through, we know what campaign is working, what campaign is working, what particular month, what particular segment. So it's a lot more detail than you'd consider that you get from Google Analytics or any other analytics tool that's there. Google Analytics is great, lots of great information, but this is what's actually happening with your customers and the people that you know, as opposed to random numbers and random figures. Sorry. The difference with this one, it's divided up per sales person. So you can have a lot of different users with a lot of different salespeople, with a lot of different segments and a lot of different territories, much like Marketo or HubSpot, and work it through rather than being just all bolted in together. So it's possible to segment your customers down into all the different areas we're talking about, territories, product areas, salespeople, so that you can get a much better ROI or better analytics per customer and per customer grouping or product grouping, etc., etc. So, okay? Yeah? Lots of nodding heads? Okay. So the features of a marketing automation system is that we can build forms as we manage the system. But visitor ID is one of the things that we find very successful. So is anyone familiar with a company called Lead Forensics? Yeah? See some nodding heads? So what Lead Forensics will tell you they'll do is they will give you the name of the person who's visiting your website. That doesn't happen. They'll give you the IP address, they then do a reverse IP address, and they'll give you the name of the company or the name of the building that's there. And there'll be about 13 to 17%, their figures, that they will give you. We will give you the same, but because we already have some details on you as a company, we will then be able to record all of the things that you're doing the whole life of the time that you've been involved or engaged with our company. So it's much, much more powerful. Sending a whole set of sequential emails and setting up workflows is very important because this is where the personalization comes in. And we know from a sales point of view, the right message at the right time to the right person is how you're going to make a sale. If you're hitting the wrong message to the wrong people at the wrong time, you're not necessarily going to make a sale. You may end up annoying those people. And what happens then is some people say, oh, that's spam. And you end up with a lot of your messages being knocked off and put into the spam folder or being ignored. What you want to do is get the right message to the right person at the right time, and this system can do that. But you need to set it up so that it does it, so it needs a bit of work. It's not just a magic button. We can integrate with CRMs. In our system, there is a CRM system that is included as part of the package, but we can integrate with them. We have already integrated with Microsoft Dynamics. We've integrated with Salesforce. Using Zapier, if anybody's technically minded, we can integrate with basically any system that's there. Again, very, very successful. So managing, these are all features that are there. Again, we can talk about these again, we've only got a few minutes. But the benefits, which is most important for us, is having personalized customer experience. And a personalized customer experience, as far as we're concerned, is the strongest thing in converting customers. Sending people what they want at the right time. I've said that before. You can manage your campaigns and you can find out what campaigns are working. Because guess what? As a marketing company, We do campaigns that don't deliver results. We do other campaigns that deliver way more results than we'd anticipated. So what we need to do is measure those and then work on the ones to make them better, and then work on the ones that are working well to make them even better. We use time more effectively because we don't spend our time doing the wrong things. And there's a lot of companies that spend an awful lot of time doing the same thing again and again and again, shouting to customers. We want to avoid that because we want to see what the reaction is and then get into detail with these campaigns and find out what's working again and make those better. Using multiple channels. A lot of us here are using email, we're using social channels, we're using SEO, we're using PPC. Again, there are a whole lot of other channels. Again, using marketing automation, you can tie all of those, get the information as to what channel is working. And you may find a particular channel is working in a particular territory, with a particular customer segment, with a particular product. Keep doing that, but that channel won't work with another segment in another territory, with another set of customers. So that's where the detail comes in. You want to generate more leads, but more importantly, develop more sales. And the way you develop more sales is having more information on your customers. If you have the information at your fingertips of what that customer is interested in, what he's been searching for, why are they researching, what she's looking for, what interests her, what you can do is you can sell easier. It's really, really difficult as a salesperson to sell to somebody who's not giving you the information when you're asking for it. And lastly is the reporting. The quality of the reporting that's there and the detailed information in the reporting. What that allows you to do is act on this. There's nothing worse than constantly doing and going, I know it's sort of working, but I don't know which bit is working and I don't know which bit to work better. My gut is telling me X, Y, and Z, but we can give you the statistics that will back up that and make it work properly. So why don't we all do this? It's easy. It's not that expensive. The majority of it, the reason we don't do it is we don't have time. We don't have the resources, we don't have the expertise, and we don't have a methodology to do it. And because we don't have a methodology, we don't really have the discipline to do it. And what happens then is we either import the skill set and we say, well, let's get somebody in to do this, but we need maybe a team of people rather than one person, and we're going to give you a couple of options. So we have 2 programs that we run with people, and this is something that may be of interest to certain people. We have the Evolve program where we train and coach an in-house person. So this is ideally suited to people who are either upskilling somebody in-house, bringing on a graduate, or bringing on an intern. And we will work with that person to implement the methodology and use the software to achieve the goals that you have. There's nothing worse, and we see this in a lot of companies where they employ somebody and the person is sitting in one corner and the manager is sitting in another corner and the manager is saying, go do, and that person is saying, what do you want me to do? And they're going, I don't know, you don't know, and it goes nowhere. And they spend months talking, discussing, over and back, and nothing happens. The second program we have is We Do It All. And in this program, we don't have to talk to you really. We spend time doing the strategy with you, we work it through, we find out what do we need to do, and then on a monthly basis we report back and say, look, here's what we're going to do, are you okay with this? And then we just go ahead and do that. We find some companies are more akin to that because they do their marketing and their internal other things themselves, and we do this as a standalone program for them, and that's quite successful. That's it. I'm 5 minutes early.